Sorry, you have to deal with my shaky camera work. Thanks for letting me know the sound's working, David. Yeah, I get the itch.
Around Santa Fe Drive and the office.
All right, I want to thank you all for coming out. Appreciate you being able to get organized and get in front of us. This is a beautiful crowd of people that we got. Yeah, feel free to make some noise for yourself. The fact that we are coming together, exercising our collective people power to stand against an administration that obviously wants to do everything but help out the working class people. I think it can be shown by the different creeds, backgrounds, and ethnicities that I see in the crowd right here. The fact that we've got people from young to old in every corner of the city, I would imagine, coming out to stand against something that we all know is unjustly wrong. We're going to get started here with a couple of chants, so I wanted to get you guys all primed up and ready for that. And I'm going to throw it over to our other comrade over here. We'll do a call and respond sort of chant here, so she'll kick it off.
No more coups, no more wars.
No more coups, no more wars.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars.
No more coups, no more wars.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars.
No more coups, no more wars.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours.
You know what we're fighting for?
You know what we're fighting for?
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
No more endless war.
No more endless war.
All right, and with that, I want you guys to keep the energy going as we have our first speaker coming up. As a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, PSL for short, let's make some noise and give it up for Mitch, everybody.
Hello, everyone. How many of you were here in December with us? We're gonna show of hands, a little noise. How many of you, this is the first time you've been to a PSL event? First time you've been to a protest for Venezuela?
Yeah.
Well, welcome. You are now part of a movement across this country in opposition to another illegal war, a movement that says that our tax dollars should be spent solving our problems, such as the lack of health care that we are having torn away from us right now, the housing that we need desperately all across this city and everywhere in the country. Basic needs. It is unreasonably difficult to live in this country with the wealth that it has. Can we all agree to that?
Yes.
So I'm part of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We are a national party and we're part of the Answer Coalition, which means Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. It is a group, a coalition of forces that started in the 2001 era in the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, and has still been carrying forward that anti-war sentiment to today. So there are 100 cities in this country right now who are across, small towns, relatively mid-sized cities like Kansas City, large cities like New York, standing up against this just criminal act that happened last night in the middle of the night. What kind of coward strikes another country in the middle of the night? That's not somebody who thinks that they're right. It's somebody who wants to get away with murder. So last night, like I said, in the middle of the night, the U.S. bombed Caracas, the capital of Venezuela, and several neighboring areas, and they kidnapped the president and the first lady of another state, a sovereign state by international law that is illegal. It is a war crime. It is done by the Department of War, which they told us many times who they were. They renamed that department in the beginning of this administration. The first executive order that Trump did on his first day in office was to allow him to make so-called cartels into a domestic terrorist group, which is now allowing him to strike other countries without going through congressional approval. Amazing how that works. And he went on TV this morning and he said, "We will run this country." He said that about 3 times in his press conference. He said, "We will run this country until we can do a proper transition." And if you were here in December, you'll remember we had to talk a lot about the Nobel Peace Prize candidate, Marina Machado, who was like the kind of pick for the U.S., but Trump is now saying that's not going to work out. And they're saying they're just going to put in whoever they like because they're not really sure what the plan is right now. But right now, what they really want to do is steal oil. Trump also said that. He said, we are going to stay. We will have our very large oil companies go in. It is so blatant that that is what this is about. And I think we should talk about, Trump can't even run his own country. Oh! I mean, he's attacking us left and right. He's ripping away our health care, occupying our cities, and terrorizing our neighbors. Yeah. On Christmas Day, they put out, the Homeland Security put out a disgusting nationalist, fascist tweet saying that they want to deport 110 million people. That ain't right. It was never about, anything about quote-unquote legal immigration. He is talking about a white supremacist plan to cleanse the nation, as he would put it. And it's the same kind of policy that he's using in Latin America. And that was all clearly outlined in December when they released the 2025 National Security Strategy document. And Trump boasted in there that he was going to add a Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine was the first policy that the U.S. put in place around Latin America in about 200 years ago, saying that this is our territory. And the Roosevelt corollary at the time was about kicking the Spanish Empire out of Latin America. Now he's saying, we want all of Latin America to look at the U.S. as the partner of first choice. And if you don't choose us, this is what happens. He just sent a message to the whole continent, to the whole world, that this is what happens when you don't just go and line up for U.S. dictates. And the warmongering press is lining up behind this. We saw Wall Street Journal, New York Times, all of these outlets this morning boasting about how great of an operation this was and how, oh, they're just so talented. The Army just did such a great sort of quick operation, stealing the president of sovereign
Sorry about
state
my shaky camera
and
work.
kidnapping them and taking them to New York. There's no jurisdiction that could ever touch the president of Venezuela in New York. It's not their country. We all know that, you know, he keeps talking about drug smuggling. I will say that talking point seems to have dropped quite a bit in the last 3 to 4 weeks, as he just outwardly says they stole our oil. Which we should talk about what that means. What happened? You know, why does the U.S. think that it has a right to Venezuela's oil? Well, what happened was that Venezuela was under the thumb of the U.S. It was basically selling its profit at a loss. None of the profits for the oil were going to the people of Venezuela throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s. They were being just taken by the Yankees back to America to make ExxonMobil, to make you know, these giant Chevron, another one to keep on top of your mind, trillions of dollars. And what ended up happening is the Venezuelan government nationalized it because it's their oil, it's coming out of their land.
That's right.
Yeah.
They should be able to use that oil to help with their housing, to give their people free healthcare, which, by the way, they have. We don't have that here.
I'm on.
What's going on with that? I think we got to start asking bigger questions. How is the richest country in the world incapable, quote unquote, of providing basic healthcare?
Yeah.
But you have a country that's under siege, that's been under intense sanctions, that basically wiped out its economy, and they're able to give their people free healthcare. It's probably not the kind of healthcare that you and I would get here because they don't have that kind of technology, but they're doing their best to provide for their people. And the best thing we can do is take our boot off their neck so they can rise up by themselves and take care of their own country.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's happened in the last few weeks, I don't want to retread ground if you were here a few weeks ago, but Trump started an oil blockade of Venezuela. That was the immediate step prior to this kidnapping. Was Trump said no oil can even leave or arrive in Venezuela, saying that they could just patrol the seas and block any of that oil from coming in and keep it. He went on to TV and he said, he was asked point blank by the press, what are you going to do with that? He's like, it's our oil. We're going to keep it. And this is oil that Venezuela desperately needs. It's oil that's going to Cuba, which is under a 65-year blockade that is crushing that country. Another thing that they've been talking about today is going after Cuba next. This isn't going to stop here. This is the start of a new Monroe Doctrine, a revitalized Monroe Doctrine that will go after any adversary of the U.S. And when I say adversary, that sounds like confrontational. It's not even about that. It's about the people of Venezuela getting the profits of their resources and having control over their futures. And, you know, the press wants us to focus on like one leader, but it's not really about that. It's about the millions of people in Venezuela. It's not, that is a distraction. It's a war for oil. It's not a war just for
It is piracy.
pure oil profits, right? Because the U.S. is a net exporter of oil. It actually doesn't require that oil for its economy. It's got so much that we're fracking here on indigenous people's land, mind you, that it doesn't really need to do that. It's about control of the oil. The oil is the resource that allows Venezuela to help its people. So it's trying to block that, and it's trying to turn the whole continent into a supply chain for the U.S. that it can just have all the raw materials and make mega profits for U.S. companies. But of course, all the big profits are going to be made by U.S. companies that finish the products and sell them. So this war machine, you know, that Trump is unleashing today and every day, really, he keeps calling himself the peace president, which is just absurd. He's bombed 8 countries over the last year, including Nigeria, on Christmas Day in the name of defending Christians. That ain't right? Let's just talk about some of the figures. The USS Gerald Ford, the aircraft carrier that Trump deployed to the waters of Venezuela, it cost over $17 billion to build. That's a lot of money. There's a $1 trillion war budget for this year. And that is not like extra money on the side that doesn't touch the rest of our resources. That's our healthcare money. That's our housing money. That's everything we need right there. I mean, we could solve literally almost every problem this country has with that $1 trillion. They love war. They can't stop. And it's not just about Trump or the Republican Party. Democrats and Republicans have been working hand in hand for the past 2 decades to undermine the democratically elected government of Venezuela, sponsor coup attempts, diplomatically isolate the country, imposing over 1,000 sanctions. It was actually Obama that started this escalated part of the war against Venezuela in 2015 when he named Venezuela an extraordinary threat to U.S. national security. Do you all feel like maybe, do you all feel threatened by Venezuela right now? No! Like, what has Venezuela done against us? Last week, or a few weeks ago, we talked about what they had done for us. They actually tried to get oil to victims of Hurricane Katrina and poor neighborhoods in the Bronx that the U.S. government actually said no to just because it was coming from Venezuela. So in reality, they've been in solidarity with us, and we need to be in solidarity with them against a war that will only kill their people. There's no precision warfare. You know, there's no. We saw this with Israel, which the U.S. has backed to the hilt, shipped bombs through every day for the last 2.5 years. There's no such thing as they've made up the fact that you can precisely strike things. That's all a lie. They kill people and they hide it. So the last thing I want to say is, you know, this is a war for the CEOs of Lockheed Martin and Boeing and Raytheon. It's not a war for us. It's not a war to defend quote-unquote democracy somewhere else. If Trump cared so much about democracy, he wouldn't be talking about a third term. He wouldn't be really crushing any opposition to him domestically. But I want to talk a little bit about what it's going to take, right? So this is a war against us, just as much as it's a war against Venezuela and Latin America. It's a war against our own ability to make our own choices too, because we are lacking resources that are being siphoned to these wars abroad. So one thing that Venezuela did that not many people know about is when those sanctions hit a few years ago, they assigned neighborhood level committees for basically every problem they were having. Like, oh, we need a water committee, we need a housing committee, we need a committee that's focused on food and food sovereignty and growing things and whatnot to get around the sanctions, because you can't use the market when you have these kind of sanctions on you. Everything is so price inflated that the people from the ground up had to actually provide the resources to stay alive. And that's the kind of thing that we have to do too. We have to come into our communities and build those kind of structures, because that war abroad is also a war here. And we don't want to live in a country where not only do we not get what we need, but we have to watch while they hurt other people that we have a lot more in common with, right? Like, everybody here knows that some farmer in Venezuela is not our enemy or anything. We would like to help them live a better life just as much as we would like to live a better life. So what I want to say to finish is just, you know, join this movement. Help us build something that can oppose the empire. Really, it's an empire. And help us build something that's an actual opposition, because what is our opposition doing right now? Nothing. They are sitting on their hands, making a few quips here and there, but not a whole lot, especially given the state of what we're talking about here. So we have to be the opposition from the grassroots up, and we have to take political power, because that is what matters here. We don't have the political power to stop this war right now. But what we can do is build towards that. We can build from the ground up and take that power back from them. So that $1 trillion that we spend every year on war, which is probably a lot more because they keep failing audits, can be brought back here and used for the betterment of our people. So thank you.
Woo!
So much, Mitch. We are going to have up next Bryson Ripley with Veterans for Peace. Handing the microphone.
Boom!
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thanks for having me. I will say I am quite cold right now.
Sorry, I got something in my shoe I'm trying to
By
fix.
now, living here my entire life, had to layer up, but I figured it out. Any Marines out in the crowd? We got a couple I know. So, Marine Corps, you're not allowed to have your hands in your pockets. So, if you're cold, your hands are kind of screwed. So we always had a saying: a Marine with warm pockets and cold hands is a dumb Marine. So, stay warm out there. Just wanted to pass all PSA out. So, I'm from Veterans for Peace. My name is Bryson Ripley. I'm the current chapter president of Chapter 97 here in Kansas City. I've been organizing quite a while. Thank you. Veterans have always been at the forefront of organizing. It's weird. We go and we give years of our life to an organization and a system, and we get out and we realize, wait a minute, the system wasn't doing what we thought it was, and well, we still want to serve. So what do? Well, we get into our community and we try and make it a better place. So that's one thing Veterans for Peace does. Now there's a lot of active duty right now, and there's quite a spectrum. People like to think that veterans active duty, that they lean conservative. That's not true. Having been in the military, I know that it's a very diverse spectrum of opinions and ideologies, and there's just as many people in the military that agree with us than there is people that agree with the bad guys. So our job is to find those veterans, get them activated, and get them in their communities so that they can use those talents that they've spent millions of dollars training them to do for actually fixing our communities, rather than all of the resource extraction and other horrible things that our military gets up to. So if you have veterans in your family, if you have active duty in your family, if you have veterans who are active duty that are your friends, or even if you just come across them, I really am urging you not to write them off. Don't assume that they can't be an ally. I'm here, and I know plenty of active duty now. I've spoken with active duty that don't want to see what's happening now happen. So, sorry, it's tough sometimes. Being the head of an organization of veterans that see some horrible things, having to think back to, even just today, we had our monthly meeting today, and there were people in my chapter that got pretty worked up. So it's not that this issue isn't near and dear to everyone, but veterans, unfortunately, we have to be at the forefront and see some of the worst things. So just keep that in mind. So lastly, I don't want to have a long speech. Military people hate long speeches. We have to stand around. So lastly, I just want to make sure that we are doing the most important thing when it comes to community organizing, and that is we are staying motivated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing you teach you in the military. If you're not motivated, you're not going to win. So as soon as you start feeling down, the first thing you need to do is go and find a friend, go and find a group, and go and find someone that you can stand side by side with. So that's it. Stay motivated. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's make some noise for Bryson, everybody. From Vets for Peace.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel.
Not another dime.
Bombing Venezuelans is a crime.
Bombing Venezuelans is a crime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel. Not another dime.
Bombing Venezuelans is a crime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Not another dollar, not another dime.
Not another dime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
All right, we're going to keep the energy going. Like I said before, we've got many great organizations out here, from the PSL, the Vets for Peace, and coming up next is a member from the KCDSA. You probably heard him on the radio back in the day, seen him run around the streets. This is a true man of the people, a true man of the city, and someone that I'm proud to call my brother as well, too. Let's go ahead and make some noise as Heart So Gray makes his way up here to speak on behalf of the PSA.
It is an honor and a privilege, a pleasure to be here. You know, when we talk about workers of the world unite, this is what we're talking about. Yes. Because one of the inherent tragedies on the tool belt of imperialism and colonialism is the assaults on the working class. Yeah. The exploitation of the working class. From the Congo to Sudan, to the genocide in Palestine, what's happening in Venezuela. These are all profiting to the war machine. Right. But we stand up and we fight back. Yes. That's right. My friends, the monsters are here. But I'm not too worried about it, because we got us.
Yeah.
And what we are going to do is be their nightmare. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So I think it's really important that we also talk about next steps, right? What do we do in this moment? We have to have us. We have to acknowledge what's going on. So number one, why we are here is because we show solidarity with the
Yeah.
We're not just here because those acts were unconstitutional, illegal. They are not right.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have a lot of folks who claim to be anti-war, but are okay with everything that happened. They just wish they got a chance to, sign up on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not anti-war. That's cowardice. So what we have to do first is we need to release the president of Venezuela and his wife immediately.
Yeah.
And what we have to do also, my friends, is we have to organize.
Mm-hmm.
This movement cannot be hyper online.
No.
This movement has to be hyper live and hyper local. Are you with me?
Yeah.
It is time now to find your organizing home. Find your political home. Mass action, max collaboration, solidarity, collectivism. We have us, because ain't nobody saving us.
No.
Not a pedophile in the White House
No.
who will send out his goons to cover his crimes and the rest of his oligarch predator buddies. Fuck ICE.
Black eyes.
Release them files.
And release the files. Divest from the war machine and bring those resources right here to the River Market, to the whole
Yeah.
east side.
Yeah.
I'll end on this. These monsters will go low. These oligarchs, again, these war profiteers, they will go low. But we will not go high. What we are going to do is we are going to look them dead in the eye. We are going to lower our shoulder, and we will put them in the dirt. Do you understand?
Yes.
Expect us! Expect us! Solidarity forever!
Solidarity.
Forever! Forever! Thank you!
Let's make some noise for Hartzell, everybody. This is
Thank you so much, Hertel. Up next, we are going to have Miss Kimmy with Physicians for Social Responsibility.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susanna. I am representing Physicians for Social Responsibility Kansas City, PSRKC. We stand for nuclear justice, community education, and nuclear harm reduction. We demand an end to nuclear colonialism, which has continued to poison generations of communities
And we also stand with Venezuela, a sovereign nation.
Yeah. Boom.
Last night we witnessed not just an attack on a nation, but an assault on the very idea of sovereignty. The kidnapping of a president, the bombing of a capital, these are not just mere acts of war, they are the definitive signatures of empire. The blatant war crimes of a regime that believes that might makes right. But we are here to say that our might is greater.
That's right.
Our might, as Sir Hartzell said, is in our unity.
Yeah.
This fight for Venezuela is not isolated. It is the same fight being waged in Palestine, in Iran, in Cuba. When the empire attacks one, it attacks the self-determination of all.
Yeah.
Our liberation is tangled together in the roots of the same system of exploitation. That is the core of our intersectional fight. We cannot win alone. We win when we see the thread connecting the struggle of the Venezuelan people to the struggle of the Palestinian people, to the struggle of the poor and working class right here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
As we witness the horrific crimes of this regime, let it fuel your righteous anger. And then look to the horizon. Look to the horizon where the people of the global south, I need this. Okay, thank you. Look to the horizon where the people of the global south are linking arms.
Yes.
Look to the horizon where solidarity becomes our most powerful weapon. Look to the horizon where the night is darkest just before the dawn. The billionaire class and the war profiteers and the weapons manufacturers want us paralyzed by despair. But we choose to be propelled by this solidarity. They
Yeah.
want us isolated and infighting, but we choose to be intertwined.
Yes.
This is far from the end of Venezuela's story. It is a brutal, painful chapter, but the people write the ending. And together, across every border they try to impose, across every divide they try to exploit, the people are writing it. With every act of solidarity, every time we show up, we are writing it. We are setting the precedent for what we are willing to accept and what we reject.
Yeah.
The people will win, and the proof I have is standing right in front of me.
Yes.
Keep showing up, keep learning with and through each other. We will win. And PSRKC's next steps are going after the weapons manufacturers. Honeywell, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. Next up, we're going to have Lamont with PSL. Lamont, you can come to the mic. Do we know where Lamont is?
Boom.
Friends, neighbors, and fellow human beings, we are all here to talk about the tragedy that is happening here in Venezuela. As the previous speaker said, this goes way longer than just being illegal. This is something that has been happening for decades. They've blockaded the country, enacted war to strangle the economy. They murdered the fishermen. They stole tankers. This isn't foreign policy. It's piracy on a global scale.
Yeah.
And who pays the price? First and foremost, the Venezuelan people. Their crime is that they dare use their own oil wealth to take care of their own people. To fund things that our own government have not and will never fund unless we organize ourselves.
Yeah.
But as previous speakers said, us here in America pays the price too. That 17 billion aircraft carrier parked off the Venezuela's coast, $17 billion. While we struggle to pay rent, while we drown in student debt and medical bills, our tax dollars are building weapons to steal other countries' resources for billionaires. And if this escalates, when they need soldiers to die for Exxon, Mobil, and Chevron, they won't be sending the sons and daughters of the CEOs. They'll be sending our kids, working class kids, like they always do.
Yep.
Don't be fooled into thinking that this is just about Trump and the current people in power. This is bipartisan.
Absolutely.
Both sides use the same tactics: sanctions, coups, and isolation. And the excuses change every few years. Human rights, democracy, drugs, but the goal never changes. It is control and theft. This isn't just about Venezuela. This is the face of modern imperialism.
Yes. Right.
This is what happens in Yemen, in Palestine, across Africa, in Latin America. It's a global system where the powerful use bombs, blockades, and economic hitmen to keep the rest of the world under their thumbs. And our struggle here against war and greed is the same as the people in Venezuela, Congo, the Sudan, and Palestine.
Yeah.
And their fight is our fight.
Yeah.
Because none of us are free until all of us are free.
Yeah.
I know that these days it seems hard to be an optimistic. It is hard to smile due to everything that is happening. But we are not happy. This moment right here is proof of that. The Answer Coalition in the PSL helped organize over 100 protests overnight from coast to coast. People are in the streets right now saying no. This is what people power looks like. This is how we fight back.
Yeah.
But this can't stop here. We have to mobilize, but more importantly, we have to organize.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we can grow this movement and make it louder and stronger every single day.
Yeah.
We have to show them that we will not allow this war, this theft in our name.
No, we won't.
No.
This is the call. This is the moment. Join us. We have sign-ups right here at our tent. Join the Action Network to get informed, to get updates, to get into the streets. Don't just watch history happen. Help make it happen.
Yes.
Let's turn our outrage into an organized force they cannot ignore.
Yeah.
Our silence is their weapon. Our unity is our power. Find your local protest. Join the struggle for Venezuela, for ourselves, and for the future.
Yeah.
It is time to build.
Yes.
There we go. Let's make some more noise for my man Lamont.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate you guys being here. We're going to go ahead and move over to our rally, our march over here. If we could have everybody that is going to participate in that, please start to line up right behind, well, I guess right where I'm standing, or right where I'm pointing right here. We're going to have a big line that we'll have shooting back that way. We're going to plan to go up and over inside the market, back out and around and meet back over here. But if we could have you guys to just line up or kind of gather around right on the sidewalk over here, you'll see people already moving there right now. That'll be perfect. We've got some chanto we'll be saying, some amazing chanto we've got ready to go to keep the energy there, allow the message to spread and permeate, and let it be known that our voices will be heard, that the people power is strong here in Kansas City, and we will be pushing to make a difference for the better. To make sure there is no war in Venezuela, free Palestine, and release the files. He is on the list. He's very much on the list.
He is the list.
There we go. You guys are looking great. Thank you so much for participating with us, working with us. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I promise I'll stop yelling at y'all here pretty soon. There we go. We almost got everybody lined up over here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You guys are looking amazing. Representing KC proud. I'll tell you what, they may move the stadium out of here, but they're definitely not moving the heart of the city. That's what the people right here. All right. I think a couple more people following in the back. We'll get ready to get this bad boy started. Thank you guys so much for all your work and effort. I appreciate it so much. I know we appreciate it so much. It is all in solidarity, all in being one with each other at the end of the day.
Yep.
All right, I think we've got everybody in line and ready to go. Perfect. We're going to kick it off with a chance. Here we go.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what
We're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. Stop bombing Venezuela.
In the back. Bombing Venezuela.
Talking about your shirt, Laura. She needs to be there on your shirt. The thing they're screaming right now. Oh, she's got it on her sweatshirt. Oh, cool. Yeah, it is. I had to put it if you don't know who I am, but Venezuela is our crime!
I'm glad everyone liked it. I thought it was
Not another nickel. Not another dime.
that's good.
It was very inspiring.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Bullet points down like 5 seconds.
We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. I didn't hear that one.
We need a microphone back here.
You're right. It's probably on the sheet they gave us.
Cole! Cole! No more something, no more war. Oh, who's that, Chelsea? You're a friend here, right?
Man, I'll tell you, hot shower's gonna feel good when I get home. Maybe I'll have a coffee. I am.
It is confusing. Peggy's her mom. But I keep calling her Peggy. I know. She really did a lot. I feel bad for her.
Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war.
We won't pay for war and fire!
We're fired up, won't take it no more.
Our country is taking a fucking poop, and that's what you give a fuck about? We got bigger fucking fish to fry!
Call the real cops.
The fuck out of here! Don't give a fuck!
Not for war and occupation! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! Money for jobs and education! Not for war
And occupation. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for! Not another endless war! No more coups, no more wars!
Venezuela is not yours. No more coups. Venezuela isn't for yous. Now. We want justice, you say how? In the stations right now. We want justice, you say how? In this nation right now.
Hey Trump, you're a liar. No more war for empire. Hey Trump, you're a liar. No more war for empire. Hey Trump,
You're a liar.
no more war for empire.
People united will never be defeated. The 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 people united will never be defeated. Yeah.
No more news, no more wars. No more news, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours. There's no more wars.
No more news, no more wars.
Venezuela isn't yours. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. Excuse me.
Say what? Say what? One more time. There we go. Make some noise, everybody coming back here. Ice free.
Ice free. Ice free. Ice free.
We'll have all you guys come back around as well too while we end this off. We're gonna do two things. One, get a big picture to show the people power that was out here today on this cold, cold January day when all of us could have been at home sipping on hot cocoa, watching movies. All of that. I mean, after this, for sure. All of this, for sure. Exactly. Everybody deserved a good Netflix binge session tonight after coming out in the cold. Get that cocoa on me, as a matter of fact.
You're gonna be on purple.
Let's get everybody too that's on the right. Let's get you to start spreading out. We want to make sure that we have a good spread of everybody. We're not going to try and miss anybody in this picture. This is a strong, strong way to start off the year right here, to see this many people showing out on a day when the weather isn't so great.
We didn't get much notice.
And a good sign of how many people are truly fed up and no longer taking the BS that they want to shove down our throats at the end of the day. All right. Here we go. Let's get the last few people to squeeze in back there.
Am I blocking anybody?
I'm sure everyone's getting blocked by somebody.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. I love that. Let's do it one more time with the fuck Trump on 3. 3, 2, 1. Fuck Trump! All right, one more time, fuck ICE. 3, 2, 1. Fuck ICE! There we go. One more time. Hands off Venezuela. 3, 2, 1. Hands off Venezuela! That's right. There we go. Make some noise, everybody. That's beautiful. Thank you all again so much for showing out today. If you haven't, be sure to grab a water on the way out. Be sure to grab a hand warmer on the way out. Be sure to get tapped in, whether it be with the PSL and our Action Network, the Answer Coalition, also with DSA KC. There's a lot of great organizations out here to tap in with. Vets for Peace.
Sign up, please.
Actually, if we could ask you guys one big favor before you head out of here, the news stations are going to go live at 5. Which it's already 5:02. So if we have a good showing of us out here, it'll look real good for the stance against us going to war with Venezuela. So if everybody just doesn't mind mingling and hanging around right here so they can get some extra coverage and shots of us all collectively here, I think it'll be great. We appreciate you guys so much.
Sticking around. Get noisy.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
Pay for war and slaughter.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
No more war for empire.
No more war for empire. Him.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
No more war for empire.
No more wars for empires.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
No more war for empire.
No more wars for empires.
We want justice. You say how?
We want justice. You say how?
In the sanctions right now.
In the sanctions right now.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
Not a penny, not a dollar.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
We will pay for war and slaughter.
We want justice. You say how?
We want justice. You say how?
In the sanctions right now.
In the sanctions right now.
Woo! There we go. Y'all sound amazing. I love that. I love that.
No idea.
I lost the chest. It's not his chest, my boy. Of course.
All right, we got one more we're going to do while they're getting loaded up over here. How about this one? We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
We are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable.
A better world is possible.
A better world is possible.
There we go. Y'all did great.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
Is that a thing they did?
No more coups, no more wars.
No more coups,
no more wars.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours. No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours. No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours. No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours. No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours. No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
Here we go. We got one more news station over here. Our good friends over at KCTV5 working for you. They're wanting to make sure they get a good shot of the crowd over here. So we'll do a few more chants so they can get a good B-roll. Y'all are doing so great out here. Please, you're taking care of yourselves after this as well. We want to make sure that nobody leaves here worse off than they are because y'all put in good work today.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
No more wars for empire.
No more wars for empire.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
Hey Trump, you're a liar.
No more wars for empire.
No more wars for empires.
Here we go. Let's end it off on a good one, everybody. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
There we go. Make some noise, everybody. All right, I think we're good to go here. We appreciate you being able to stick around so we can get some extra good shots. I know y'all have been looking very good on the 5 o'clock news. Make sure you try and catch it. Tell your friends and family about it, but more importantly, tell them about the importance of coming out to things like this. What it means to be connected to your community. What it means to be tapped into a people power movement. Again, at the end of the day, we are the movers and shakers of history. It is not the ones that are in the boardrooms. It's not the ones that are in the Oval Office. It is the ones that are right here in the streets of Kansas City, Missouri, who wake up every day and put your best foot forward to just try and make this world a little bit better. And damn right, we're gonna make it better, everybody. So keep it up out here. God bless y'all. Be safe getting out of here, and make sure to tap in PSL Action Network, DSA KC, Vets for Peace, any of the other great organizations that are out here today. And obviously, we'll be looking for you on the next one. Thank you guys so much. Be safe getting out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you? I just met you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Doing all the things.
Let me end this. All right, hold on one second. Let me end this real quick.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for helping me get to 50. I hope to be on the real channel tomorrow morning. So see y'all later.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're okay. No.